Welcome to our Energy Connect studio at ADIPEC 2022. I'm delighted to have sitting next to me Peter Herweck, CEO of AVEVA. Thanks for coming down and good to see you again.
Yeah, good to see you, Julian, and it's good to be with a lot of professionals here at the ADIPEC. It's always a great event in the energy sector while it is changing.
Yep, and today seems really busy. How's it gone for you so far?
Feeling is that it's double what it was last year, at least feeling. Yeah. And from that perspective, I was with clients all day. There's a lot of interest, of course.
Yeah, and obviously AVEVA, you've had good successes with the global energy leaders in the region, the ADNOC and the Aramco. Where do you see that going, and how's that success gone so far?
Both of those companies are, of course, among the largest energy producers on the planet, but they also are very seriously considering how to improve their footprint.
Yep.
And as I always say, efficiency is the largest driver for sustainability. And so that's how we're trying to help them through our portfolio, if you will.
And as you said, they're major companies, but how are the energy majors needing to focus on their existing assets, and what technology tools are you working with them to be able to do this?
Right. So, I always say when people ask me, there are three things one needs to worry about. One is the existing assets. I think there is quite some decarbonization that we can do, and they need to live for a long time. It's about building new assets that are immediately carbon neutral. And then is, how do you help connect the unconnected, because that's where I believe a lot of value is. So from that perspective, what we do is we furnish, first of all, a solid data infrastructure around all the assets that they have, and then secondly, build the digital twin on it, and of course give them an immersive experience, if you will. And immersive today is we're talking about the metaverse.
Absolutely. And what are you doing to support the green energy industry? This could be renewables, but obviously we've got hydrogen, CCUS. There's obviously a lot of technologies out there.
Yeah, I would almost say all of the above.
Okay.
But if you start off with renewables, there are many assets being built. They need engineering to build it, and then when they go into operation, usually the assets are very, very diverse, and people want to control them centrally. They want to do asset performance management. They want to do maintenance. They want to give intelligence to their maintenance staff. So these assets run, as much as possible, because that's how they generate money. That's true for wind, it's true for solar, and then you go into more complicated engineering stuff like carbon capture storage, carbon capture utilization. Hydrogen is, of course, a big topic, in particular here, and that's where all our products are useful.
Why are digital technology? How will digital technology play a major focus at COP, and what are your plans, and also in the sort of lead up to COP28 here in the UAE the following year?
Yeah, so I believe technology providers like ourselves need to be at the center of trying to resolve this difficult problem, and to a large extent it's an engineering problem. So I'm going to be sending a large delegation to Egypt to discuss with folks, because many of our offers are there to help. And being an engineer myself, I say, we cannot improve what we cannot measure. So it always starts off with a solid data infrastructure. And then you build applications on top of it that we also have and others have, but the data is really the key to drive improvements. And only if we improve 5%, 10% doesn't sound so much, but it's a huge step forward in existing assets, if you will.
Yeah, absolutely. And obviously, when we spoke last in May in Amsterdam, how have your sustainability progress carried from there? Have you done any net zero victories since then? And what's your goals? I think it was 2025 we talked about.
Well, so our own goals we've set out for 2030 and for 2050, but we've moved into the kind of auditing our targets. So we're a follower now of the SBTI.
Yes.
And with that, of course, we've also set intermediary targets for 25. And for our own carbon footprint, we're on a good way to get there. Of course, there's going to be some There's going to be some compensation because we need to continue to travel. But other than that, we're moving forward. What's more important is what we call our technology handprint.
Okay.
How we're helping our clients to decarbonize. And every of our products has a target to get in this direction.
Well, Peter, that's really good to hear. And again, appreciate you coming down to the studio at the end of a busy first day. And I hope you have a good rest of the ADIPEC.
Yeah, thanks very much, Julian, for having me. It's great to be with the Energy Connects.
Brilliant, thanks.